Hello and welcome back to another episode of Chillin Buildin with Spanj, and I have landed this ginormous sky whale on beautiful Omicron here. Just look at that water over there. It's good enough to swim in. I love the new maps, the handmade maps in Empyrion. They look pretty damn good. So I'll do another Chillin Buildin. I'm going to talk to you a lot, or at least I'm going to try anyway. I brought the ship down to the planet because I needed gravity. So let me just show you what I've done in here. So last episode I said I'd do some stuff to the LCD screens, so I have done just that. Got target and weapon information up the front here, some keyboards and some displays and whatnot. Now I must admit I cheated a little bit and I've borrowed the keyboard layout from the WTF turbine, which is that one there. If you give me a second I can tell you who the author of that was. So that was by Chillin, and in his turbine WTF4 he had some keyboards. I basically just copy and pasted those out of there, so thank you very much Chillin. I hope you don't mind me using those. The Taurus also, which belongs to Zerberus. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly, and I hope you don't mind me borrowing a couple of things from your LCD screens that you've done. Yeah, well, if you're watching this, of course, you know. But yeah, so I did cheat a little bit on the LCD screens, but I figure, you know, somebody else has done the hard work for me, and as long as I give appropriate credit, hopefully they won't mind me using them in here. It just saves a hell of a lot of time. Well, the reason I needed gravity was that I wanted to actually make sure I could walk around the ship, and I did find an issue getting up this little ramp here. Had to remove a portion of the ceiling in order to get through here. Don't worry, everything's black because I used the replace tool. I will be changing the colors of everything, don't worry. So yeah, I can get all the way up into the rear sections here, up by the constructors, and into the engineering section. And I needed gravity because this is the particular bit I wanted to test. Okay, this is the, well, I'm going to call this the smuggler's hidey hole, smuggler's hatch. If you imagine the little compartments on the Millennium Falcon that Han Solo and Luke hid in A New Hope, it's a bit like that, you know. It's not completely obvious that there's anything down there, and you know, because it's tucked in by the warp core and the warp core tank, this is an incredibly radioactive area to be, which is why it's locked down behind two blast doors. But you know, you can whip on your radiation suit and pop down in here, and you've got yourself a pretty cool, nicely sized smuggling area. You can fit a lot of cargo down here. So yeah, that on top of the cargo section up here as well. It's like plenty of cargo room on this boat. But yeah, that's why I needed gravity. Anyway, I'm going to come back to this section in another episode, I think, and make that look very pretty. But I'm going to carry on sort of where I left off last time. So we've got the cockpit is pretty much done. Quite happy with that. Looks good. Looks actually pretty clean. Looks too good for a ship that looks like that, really, doesn't it? But anyway, I'm going to carry on through, and we're going to do this little in between section here. We're going to do into here, and we're going to try and get through all the way down here. So let me grab my HUD back, and I'm going to start with floors. So I'm going to just go to my go-to floor texture, which looks like a grippy kind of steel thing. I might change it up in here actually, just to give poignance to the fact that there is a break between that section and that section. Yeah, like that, something like that. And then I kind of want something a bit different down here, almost like a carpet. Not as obvious as a carpet, because carpet just looks crap. So now it's got to be a nicer carpet. I mean, I know I can change the colour and everything, but seriously? Maybe I just stick with a plain carpet texture. And there's always I go a bit crazy and texture the wrong bit. So, oh, that's the wrong gun. I thought I changed the paint gun. That's where it made a noise, like noise you get when it changes to the paint gun. What about a dark blue carpet type thingy? I don't know why I'm laying carpet, but I just imagine this is like, you know, an aeroplane, you know, without being an aeroplane. They've got carpet down the aisle. What does that look like? That is not half bad actually, quite like that. See that back there as well. Behind. I quite like that. Although it does look a little bit like a kitchen floor, but that's good. I don't think that's going to make any difference. I think we've got everything. I just realised we've got all this. We've got an empty cubby hole there. I need to figure out something to do with that later. But I think I'm going to stick with the brown in here because it kind of got that smoking room feel to it. You know what I mean? Just imagine old boys, you know, smoking their cigars and drinking the whiskey. Rah. Yeah. Talking about peasants and stuff. It's always a fun part of building, is texturing after the build. If you've got the talent to texture during the build because you've got that kind of foresight, then hats off to you. You can colour me jealous. Sort of looks alright, I guess. Let's give it the old light grey ceiling as with the rest of it. Keep this going. I might add some, I don't know what I'm saying, some textures to this ceiling just to break it up a little bit. So things like the hatch textures all the way up like that. So this one's a favourite of mine as well because it just looks like bulkhead. And that bridge we run the light ones, didn't we? We run that. Let's carry on with that. I'll run this all the way down. All the way down. Oh. Again, carry away. Okay. Emergency exits are highlighted by light strips along the ceiling and the floor, except in this case, it's just the ceiling. I wonder what that would look like down the floor, actually. Nope. That might look alright as a floor, maybe. Nah, not really. Nah, definitely not. I'm still not sure about the floor. I might just go with a carpet texture, but instead go with the grey, basically the same grey that's on the ceiling. Because I do want this ship to have some kind of like a living feel to it, you know, like it's going to be used by a freelancer, smuggler type person who would, you've seen like Firefly, right? And you know, they offer transport to people as well as the occasional job, should we say. So this bit, I don't know, should I do this bit now? Getting distracted, that's what I do. Go start one bit and then go off and do something completely the other side of the ship. But this is a unsightly bit of engineering that can be hidden. It's plumbing and such. And you just can't get around that sort of thing. Sometimes there's no hiding it. So not hiding it. Make it look, wrong bit. Make it look as alive as possible. Now this texture here is really good for pipes. I love this texture for pipes. It's that one there, just above the green. See, looks pretty good for piping. Love a bit of piping. I'll come and do the toilet later. But you can put like a marble effect in there to make it look like it's water. Yeah, anyway, right. Let's stop getting distracted. Table. Nice wooden table, shall we? Like that. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Or that one. Whoa. Look at that, a bit of mohog. Mahogany table. No expense spared in this one. Okay, I'm not happy with the legs though. Let's change them back to steel. Let's make them black though, yeah. Like that, yeah. Let's make these seats black actually, so that they have a little bit of character around the brown walls. Let's go back to wood. Oh, the mahogany table. Nice. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're talking. Sweet. It's got a kind of exec lounge look about it. Have some light. Damn. Let's tone that down a bit with the old intensity there. Only needs to be 5 meters. I might go do that to the other two in the cockpit bar. I remember actually, I didn't mean to do that. These two are getting a bit excited. I'll leave the intensity, but let's reduce the range a little bit. Let's take you down 5 meters. There we go. It's a little calmer, isn't it? Hey. Daylight. So that's cool. That's that little bit of section there. I don't think there's any. Maybe I could put some extra texturing on all the sides there. Just to, I don't know. How would I make it look snazzier? Could use tiles. A bit of tiling. Yeah, like that. Something. Actually doesn't look half bad. What if I made tiles black like that? Now that looks like it's straight from the 60s. Hell yeah. Maybe I could do a similar thing with these guys over here. Just tile that. Maybe behind his chair there. Nice. Look at that. Now I've started. No, I'm going to leave it at that actually. I'm going to leave it as that. It's good, isn't it? Like I said, some old boys sat around, glass of whiskey, cigars, talking about how they're going to kill everyone. I don't know. Hopefully not. Did forget to do the old light strips. Okay. Let's do that now. Light strips. Oh, easy now. Right, I might make these slightly multicoloured so that we've got a bit of variety in here. So an orange crate, a red crate, let's have a brown crate, a white crate. Okay, bit of life. Ta-da! Bit of colour. Does wonders. And here's another place actually I could put some of these like storagey kind of looking textures. Okay, it's pretty good. Nice. Okay. So make this bit not white but a grey. Anything else? Alright, so now we're on to our sort of sleeping cabin area. So I've never done any of these before. I've seen other builds with similar like sleep cabins, bunk beds kind of built into the walls and things like that, and yeah, admittedly that's where I got the idea, of course I did, but I've not done them before, so I'm quite sure how to make them look good. Obviously, start with some textures. I'm thinking that on the roof of this thing is like, it sounds weird, but lights. A bit like that. Not like that though. So you've got a headboard. I'm going to go with a wooden headboard. Like that. And then this little triangle block here is actually a pillow. So if I make that a fabric like that, and then paint it like that. And then the rest of it. Now, how do I make it? How do you make steel look soft? With a carpet texture, I guess, and then make that a sort of dark blue. Maybe that might work. Kind of looks like a bed, I guess. You have to use your imagination a bit. Oof. Nice smooth back walls, so you don't catch yourself on anything. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I'm going to leave them a darker grey for now, just so they sort of stand out a little bit from everything else. But, I might make the edges here wood as well, so like the dark wood. Might just give it a little bit more of a bed-like feel. There you go. What do you think? Does that look like beds? Does that look like cabins? Let's go with a blue. Not that blue. That's too rich. That was the original colour. Let's go with it. Oh, I don't know! No, red, that doesn't work in here. Green maybe, green again, it's a little bit too kind of, whoa. Okay, let's stick with, there we go, dark brown, that works. Let's go with, there we go. Lockers, armour lockers and O2 in here. A bit of practicality among all the silliness. Yeah, some bunk beds. Hey! God knows why, but you know, it's fun. So why not? So, we've got a slope up here, so I'll make this a grippy surface that you're not going to slip on, so let's use my standard go-to floor texture. Actually, I might do that over here as well. The carpet probably don't really start about here. Say like that. There we go. Especially with this sort of bit of engineering sticking out. What is it clipping on? Okay, right. Pipes, I guess. Paint you like that. Yeah, there we go. Missed a bit. You can have a bit of fun with this bit here. We can now obviously. We can put storage parts in, textures in here. Make it look like there's some extra. Yeah, there you go. Transformed. one thing, right? If I do that as well, it makes it look like it's got depth. It's a full-on cupboard. Pretty cool. Do a similar thing with this here actually to make this look a bit more alive. Yeah. There we go. Cupboard. Okay, so that leaves our Dunny. We're gonna do the Dunny. Right, Straws. Okay, well let's make this whole thing white first of all, so we can actually see what we're doing. I think the sink is a bit high, but I didn't want to set it on the same level as the toilet because then you wouldn't know which one is the Dunny, which one isn't. Now this might be a problem. Now that I'm in gravity, I think because the ship is on a slight lean to the left, it was perfectly level. Let me set it on a hover. Just float there for a minute. Yeah? Sorry, I didn't mean to use the word float on the toilet. Yeah, I can get in and out there. There's a bit of a squeeze, but you know, this is just a bit of fun. It's not serious about it. Can I get out of there? I think the ship is on a wobble again. There we go. Right. So we can use marble textures like that. There's a bit of a spill over there. But sorry, I don't mean to use the word spill over. Right, so how do we do this? It's just not going to work, is it? I want the water effect. It's not allowing me to. There we go. It is now. That might be the best we can do with that. Give it the marbles. I don't know, it's not very good, especially because you get the bleed over from the blocks. Not quite sure how to get around that. Set it to those textures for now. I might have to look at him at Fluff Face and see how he did his. It is not quite working. There we go. To really kind of jiggle it around. Sorry, I don't mean to use jiggle it around while I'm I can't help myself. I'm a child, I apologise. Can't seem to get these two to go white. Oh well. Anyway. Let's leave it at that, shall we? And that there, which I'm going to put back as... Actually no, I'm going to leave that as is. But I am going to change it to the grey. There we go. Oh. There we go. Right. I think I've spent enough time modelling toilets. Oh, there we go. That's the main, I suppose, living compartment. Main deck. Let's go with that. This is the main deck of the ship. And what I'll do is I'll do this next episode, and actually going to put in some signal logic so that when you're walking towards this ramp, the ramp extends for you, the lights come on, the shutter doors open. And likewise when you're coming from this direction, when you reach about, well, when you go through this first door, let's say, then the ramps open, lower, lights come on. When you leave the motion sensor area, it all turns off and folds back up again. That's what I'm going to do in the next one, as well as you know, a bit of texturing and painting this bit as well. And if we've got time, I'll do this corridor. But for now, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.